Don't give advice. Don't give advice. Ask questions instead. Learn to help people answer and solve and figure out their own solutions to their own problems. You do this by asking great questions. You don't get sucked in to the dynamic that often people will try to get you put in and suck you into, where you're just telling someone how to do something. Rather, you trust that people within themselves have the answers to their questions. And so that social skill, it may frustrate some people because you're asking them to figure things out, but it's going to show them and empower them, because they're going to see that they have a lot of the answers to their own questions. I mean, I'm convinced that most of my clients, they already know what they need to do. They're just struggling with finding the courage to actually do it. So you ask the questions to help them see that they have the solutions that will empower them. We are all leaders in some capacity of our lives, as parents, as people, as members of churches, as members of our community. We are all leaders in different areas of our lives. And that position that we're in requires us to empower people in different ways. And empowering them may look different than you actually think. We're empowering people to trust themselves, to trust their instincts, to trust their intuition. And that takes asking the right questions. It does take some timing, but it means we're letting go of control. We're not micromanaging them. Think about this as a parent. If we're telling our kids what sports they should play, what things they should do with their free time, who they should hang out with, it's going to lead to kids that don't know how to make decisions for themselves. It's going to lead to people that grow up enabled and living in your basement at the age of 40, which you don't actually want. If you learn to ask them questions so they can see they can solve their own problems, it's going to lead to a much more resilient child as an adult, which is what we all want. It's what we all want with employees as well. We want them to go ahead and proactively solve and create solutions to the problems that they face. I recently had an experience where I had a client tell me that they had made some mistakes in their marriage and they're going through a potential divorce. I think there's possibility for reconciliation, but she had shared some mistakes that she had made and that she would do differently in the future. And I asked, and she wanted to vent and talk about it. And, she would not work so much as one of them. And she wouldn't be dependent to some addictive behaviors. One was workaholism, but also some other addictive behaviors that she had. I didn't judge her, which is not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to cast a stone at her. Basically, my question was, well, what would you do differently next time? What did you learn from this? And you have to present the question in such a way that it's not judgmental. And that can be kind of tricky because sometimes we can ask questions that are judgmental. We cross our arms. So what'd you learn about this? So what are you going to do differently next time? It's very different than asking the question in an empowering way. So good questions we can ask can be, what ideas do you have here? What solutions have you thought of? What would you do differently next time? What opportunities are there ahead for you? And what support do you need? What can I do to help you? And then they have to think about that and then ask you the question. And, here's what you can do to help me in this situation. And it's not solving their problem, but there may be some legitimate ways you can help them by giving them maybe some feedback on your past experiences in similar situations. You can become a mentor